Hi folks, Shell Busey. You're watching my Ask Shell coffee break. Yes, we take your questions from you as a club member, and we take and show you videos and also my answers in the event that videos are not available. But by golly, I tell you, we've got the information for you. Right now, for example, if you're planning on putting in a basement suite, the topic today is finishing your basement. So it could be finishing your basement for a suite, for that recreational room, for that extra bedroom, for possibly a mortgage helper. All of these items will certainly be covered when it comes to doing that proper preparation of those exterior walls. So doing that and doing it the right way, we have a video that's coming up for you that you will be surely interested in. Coming up right away.
How we go about this proper finishing using this pony wall on top of the concrete wall, we'll go right up to the top plate here now and show what some of the most important things happen to be. One of them being air movement between the joists out behind the insulation that you can see here. In this particular case, this home dates itself because the craft paper with the moisture barrier in the back goes back well into the 70s. Now, dealing with the concrete wall first, I want to prepare it for the poly vapor seal. Now, the poly vapor seal must be applied 6 inches above grade. Now, the grade level outside the home is your flower garden, or it could be the grassy area. We want to be above that with any poly vapor seal because we don't want any moisture at any time to be able to wick through that concrete wall, get into the insulation or the wood fabric of the wall. The acoustic sealant will receive the polyethylene. Now the polyethylene as it comes up into place, it adheres to the acoustic sealant. And they're compatible. They are made for one another for this particular purpose and also to seal moisture out. Take the kitchen garbage can liners. This is a white plastic bag. Put in a piece of insulation that's going to be adequate to fill in between the joists. Fold it over and duct tape it. Then slice the back of the bag because that's for air movement in the event if there's any moisture that was entrapped in the bag at any time. On the back side or inside surface of the plastic bag, now it's nice and smooth, all ready to go up and be installed between the joists up against the ribbon into the bed of acoustic sealant. Now that I've got the wall sections all ready to go into place, I have one sitting now all plumbed and blocked at the bottom. Now using a 2x4 block at the underside of the bottom plate allows the whole wall to be, actually pressured into place by wedging. Always make sure you cut them at least 1.5 inches short when you're making them, and also make sure that the width is not greater than what you can get around all those angles coming down into the basement area. Now, when they're into place and plumbed, as I have here, I'm going to screw these into the underside of the joist. And down at the bottom, all we're required to do is put a nail down through the bottom plate, through the block, and into the concrete. Now that we have some of the insulation installed, let me show you what's taking place. First of all, the vapor seal that we originally put on the concrete has went back down in behind the stud wall and wrapped around and come back up over the insulation that we've installed in between the studs. Now in behind, what we've done, we've laid bats on their side on top of the concrete wall up against the wood structured pony wall. And as you can see, the old insulation that was there already, we have sliced the vapor seal because that way when the vapor seal comes back up over top of the finished inside wall, we don't want to have two vapor barriers, only one. Now here's where the polyethylene vapor seals come down under the wall, up and terminated at this point. Now we've added vapor barrier to the top of the plate. We've sealed it in with acoustic sealant caulking down and overlapped 1 foot. Also put the sealant to seal that seam, that way giving it a good tight vapor seal. Now all we have to do to finish this wall off is staple it. And always staple right at the point of the acoustic sealant, as you can see here. That way it squeezes nice and tight and it seals it at the point of where the staple is. Over the years, my experience in soundproofing ceilings has always been to, first of all, apply an insulation batt material between the joists. That way it gives a good joist fill, not allowing any of that sound to be transmitted up through. I'm applying now 1/2-inch Donnacona board, which is a wood fiber board, quite often called tin test as well. And it's used for many applications, for exterior sheeting on a home. In this case, I'm using it for a soundboard to help stopping that transmission of sound, again, upwards. Now installing the acoustical channel. Now the acoustical channel provides a gap between the drywall and the Donnacona. Now this is what it looks like here. Now as you can see, it's got a flange that your screws go through and then into the Donnacona and into the joist. And then the drywall is screwed to this face here. Now we'll get the channel up and then we'll be ready for the drywall.